Hi nail babes, welcome back to my channel. So my sister wants her nails done. I would send her to the shop, but why? We have nails at home.
You just gotta keep living, man. Livin.
Okay, first things first is prep. I'm going in with my cuticle pusher that I always do. I always do the same prep every single time. Cuticle pusher, then my cuticle bit, and then sanding band. If you were wondering anything that I use, I just started a storefront. So the link will be in the description of this video. It has everything that I use and it also has categories to make it a little easier. I also looked for the cheapest things because like Amazon, prices vary from different sellers. So I literally searched up and down for the best prices for you guys because I love you guys and I don't want you guys to have to spend a lot of money on, things that you really need. Especially as a beginner, I remember prices being such a big thing because starting off you don't have a lot of money, or if you do have a lot of money, like you're fortunate, but a lot of people don't, and I would just get the cheapest things I could find, which wasn't good because in the end it was like starting all the way back from ground zero. When I bought some good quality things, I had to relearn everything. So to skip that step, I already have some really good price things in my storefront because I know how it is when you're starting off and you only have a certain budget and you can't go over the budget and you don't want to, spend too much money on one thing. But anyway, my sister is getting short. She always keeps her nails on lately, which is really good. She used to just rip them off like a weekend, and I used to be like, oh my goodness, like I can't do nails every week with her. But she's definitely gotten better. You guys, I posted a reel on Instagram on these nails, and when I tell you they're in a frenzy in the comments over the nails, they're mostly in a frenzy about the shape. Let me know if the shape looks like duck tips to you or if it looks like square nails to you. That's the big debate in the comments. It is getting a little hectic, but I'm not going to turn off the comments because I don't think it's that bad. I like to let people express their opinions. I've also noticed that apart from being a nail tech, you get unprovoked advice a lot. I never really noticed that until my video started to get a little bit more views. I really noticed that people just give you unprovoked advice when you don't ask for it. You may have the most perfect method of doing something, but someone's still going to give you advice. I feel like advice is asked for. When advice is unprovoked, it can come off as passive aggressive or an opinion, especially if it's rude advice and they try and cover it up with oh, I'm just trying to give advice, but it's really rude. That goes into how to deal with hate as a nail tech. I really think if you know your work is good and if your client loves it, then that's all that matters. Comments are they're people from Ohio or something like that. They're never gonna come sit in your chair, and not everyone's gonna like your work. I really take that into consideration. That's how I don't get butthurt over when people say mean things, because they're not gonna be in my chair. As long as my client likes it and as long as I like it, then it's perfect. How I deal with unsolicited advice also, I just look past it. Really, I have a really strong mind and really thick skin from growing up with a lot of siblings. That's just what you developed. Also, trust yourself to believe that you are going to improve. This may not be your best moment, but improving comes with time, So don't be too hard on yourself, and don't take the things that people say to heart, because most of the times they just want a reaction, or they could be stating the obvious, but you already know what you need to work on. Or if you didn't know, just take it into consideration. If it's said nicely, don't take everything in and don't absorb everything. Some things you just have to take it with a grain of salt and just keep on pushing. I'm using a 180 grit sanding band. These are also in my storefront. I put everything in my storefront, I promise. This section of the video is under the category prep and prime. From the primers that I use to the sanding bands that I use to the cuticle bits that I use, it's all there. I feel like I found the perfect cuticle bit because I used to use a lot of cuticle bits and use 5 on one nail just to get this certain look. But I got the look with one cuticle bit, and I feel like it really saved me, really, from having to even like clean hundreds of cuticle bits, because those little small things, like, they get lost very easily. So yeah, I also have that linked in my storefront, so if you want to try it out, you can buy it one first. I always recommend buying one before you buy like a lot of packs of things, especially when it comes to nails, because not everything is your cup of tea. Now, I do not have these nail tips linked in my storefront because I'm going to stop using them. I notice once I cut them with scissors, like, they widen out. They do widen out. So I'm not going to continue using them. I was using them because I was like, oh, short nails, you're going to cut off half the tip anyway, so let me just go cheap. But no, the plastic is too bendy, and it's just too flimsy. Like, I can cut it, like, when you can mold the tip without acrylic, like, it's just not a good tip. The plastic is just too thin, too wobbly, and it's just not gonna work. I think I'm going to invest in some better short tips. I usually buy the short pre-cut tips. I think I'm gonna go back to using those because they saved me a lot of time, and they didn't go wide. They're perfectly square too. I actually need to add those to my storefront. I'll add those tonight, don't worry. They should be there by the time you see this video. Now, this step is optional. My sister, she usually does not want her cuticles cut, but this one time she did because she had a lot of dead, like, skin coming up. Like, you know when you take your sanding band and, like, file around the cuticle and then that white dead skin comes up? That's all that I cut. Some hands don't even have it, so most of the time I'm only cutting like one hand or two hands because I don't overcut. I don't cut the skin off. I find that very unnecessary, and it just saves you a lot of time and saves you a lawsuit because you never really know what can happen. I just try to avoid doing that unless it's like super obvious. I don't cut the cuticles. Speaking of cuticles, that was another debate in my comment section. They told me, oh, some people are saying that you do need to cut the cuticles, others saying that you don't, and honestly, do what you're comfortable with. At the end of the day, not everyone's cuticles are dead, or not everyone has dead white cuticles on their nail bed, so not everyone will need their cuticles cut. I am using clear acrylic because we decided to do a solid color set. If you don't know what a solid color set is, it is a nail set where it's just all one color, no design, just gel polish. I use clear acrylic because I feel like it saves product. I don't really use clear acrylic that much, but when I do, like, it saves product because you don't have to use your nude, and I really use my nudes, so I just was like, they're not even going to see the acrylic anyway, so I'm just going to use clear. I'm going to let you guys enjoy the rest of the process of this video. I will see you guys in another video. Thank you so much for watching, nail babes. I would love to see you guys in the next video. Comment down below any questions or concerns you may have, or if you just comment anything, because I do read comments and I do love to see people interact with my work and to love my work like I do. And as always, my Instagram will be my Instagram will be linked down below if you guys want to go ahead and follow. I do post all my other nail sets that I don't record on YouTube there. And I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And have a good one now, babes. Bye.